where in just a few hours, the impeachment trial into President Trump will start. All 100 senators have been sworn in, and today they will learn the initial parameters of the trial before arguments set to begin tomorrow.
And while the president's legal team is looking for a speedy acquittal, Democrats are working to cram weeks of testimony into just about 24 hours. NBC's Tracy Potts joins us now from Washington with the latest.
Ben and Carolyn, good morning. Good morning, everyone. This first day of the impeachment trial is likely to be consumed with a fight over the rules. Democrats don't like that the vote on witnesses is likely being pushed into next week. Plus, both sides are raising questions about the timing of their arguments. President Trump's impeachment trial begins this afternoon with a last-minute effort to dismiss unlikely, but a vote to allow witnesses possible with a handful of Republicans in support. They only need 4.
A trial where there's no evidence, no existing record, and no new evidence, no witnesses, no documents. That isn't a trial at all. It's a cover-up.
Arguments by both sides begin tomorrow.
24 hours for the House to present their arguments, and then 24 hours for the president's team to pick it apart.
In a 200-page filing, the president's legal team asked the Senate to speedily reject what they call a brazenly political attempt to remove President Trump from office.
You need criminal-type behavior akin to treason and bribery. Abuse of power doesn't fit any of those criteria.
We know that he's not going to be removed from office. We know that he'll be acquitted in the Senate.
The 7 House managers, Democrats presenting the case, argue the president abandoned his oath to faithfully execute the laws and betrayed his public trust.
We need the American public to rise up to tell the Republican senators to do their job.
Both sides are complaining about last-minute rules that could throw their arguments into the middle of the night when few Americans are watching. After arguments, lawmakers get 16 hours to ask questions in writing. In Washington, I'm Tracy Potts. Wake up, Charlotte.
The good thing is when those arguments go in the wee hours of the morning, we will have the very latest.
Yeah.
Every morning right here on Wake Up Charlotte. And we're going to continue to follow this story throughout the day today. And by the way, you can catch the beginning of the trial right here on NBC Charlotte. That's starting at 1 p.m. this afternoon.